Hi, Con. Hi, Thảo. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, so we're going to do some practice for your exam for tomorrow. Okay. So the first question we have, it's part 2. I'm going to ask you about part 2. The first question is, describe a rule that you don't like. You must say what it is, why you don't like it, what others feel about it. Whether you follow the rule. Okay. Now remember, you can't just give me one sentence. You know how we say it now. You have to at least give 3 or 2 paragraphs, at least 2 paragraphs. Say what the rule is, not just I can't talk while I'm in the classroom. Describe the rule. Why you don't like it, not just one reason, 2, 3 reasons at least why you don't like it. How others feel about it. How does your teacher feel about it? How does your best friend feel about it? How does your mom feel about it? Do you follow the rule? Why do you follow the rule? If you don't follow the rule, then what will happen if you don't follow the rule? Okay? Think about it. Think about the rules. Where do we have rules? We have rules at school. We have rules at home. We have rules in the shopping center. We have rules on the road when we're in the car. There needs to be a legitimate rule. It can't be something you made up or you and your friend have. You have to have it's like law. It's a rule that you have. Okay, Khan, do you have a rule in mind?
In my country, there is a rule called if people who are who who if people who make the theft injured or die.
Say again, people.
Like when the theft is get is when the theft is steal something something, if people make them injured or die, they have to they have to it's difficult to
Okay, but that is too difficult. Try a rule at school. That's very easy. Something at school. Talk about a rule at school rather. Something that Any rule that you don't like?
I don't know.
I think. You can't say tomorrow at the test, I don't know. You've got an exam tomorrow. You can't say to the people, I don't know. Because then you're not going to pass, you're going to fail then. Okay, so think. You've got 1 minute to think. Thảo, let's start with you.
There is a rule that my teacher introduced us. I think it's quite ridiculous because the rule is girls cannot wear shorts in days that we don't have to wear uniforms. It is summer in our country, and I think this rule is very ridiculous because the weather here is very hot, and wearing trousers to school was just so uncomfortable. Some of my friends,
Sorry, Sri. So the rule is girls are not allowed to wear shorts in summer. Is that the rule?
the rules that our teachers introduced are is that when we don't have to wear uniform, girls cannot are not allowed to wear shorts.
Are you allowed to wear dresses?
Only trousers.
Oh, so you're not allowed to wear dresses or shorts, only trousers, even if it's hot?
Yes, and I think it's quite ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, okay. So why don't you like it? Why do you think it's ridiculous?
I think that rule is ridiculous, especially in the summer when the weather is very hot, and I prefer wearing a short or a dress to school more than trousers. And some of my friends also don't like this. Um, some of my friends also don't like this rule because like some of my classmates are fashionable and they don't feel uncomfortable when they have to wear trousers.
Okay, one, do you follow this rule? What happens if you don't follow the rule?
Of course, I follow the rule, and then if I not, then I will have the detentions, like writing 100 times of following the school dress code.
Okay, what happens if you don't follow the rule? Oh, you get attention. Okay, tell me if you, when do you not wear uniform? Does this happen regularly? When do you not wear, when can you wear your own clothes? It's like 1 day a week maybe, or once a month?
Actually, in a week, we're not wearing uniform in only 2 days, Tuesday and Thursday.
You wear uniform?
The rule in my school that students have to wear uniform on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
So Tuesday and Thursday you wear your own clothes?
Yes.
And you're not allowed to wear shorts or dresses, only trousers?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is for the summer as well?
Can you repeat?
Is this for summertime as well?
Also, for summertime.
And the boys, they are allowed to wear shorts?
Actually, they can wear shorts, but it had to be longer than their knees.
Okay. So we will start with an introduction. Khan, I need a rule from you later. Introduction. Well, every school enacts hundreds of rules to discipline the students. And my school was not an exception. That's your introduction. What it is. What is the rule? Though most rules were defined to benefit us in some way, yet I found one rule extremely unfair. Is that the word you want to use, or do you want to use ridiculous?
I think unfair is better.
Unfair is better. One rule extremely unfair, and that was that girls are not allowed to wear shorts nor dresses during the summertime. Yes, is that the rule?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to say why you don't like it and what others feel about it. Okay. Now, Thal, just help me to understand. Is it only your school or the other schools? Does the other schools in your city also have the same rule, or is it only your school?
It's only my school, and that's why I feel the rule is unfair.
The fact is that in almost every school in my city, girls are allowed to wear shorts or dresses during the summer. That's only your school. But it was not in the case of my school. We as girls have to attend school in trousers, even if it is very hot outside. Okay, so you don't like it because other schools don't have that rule. We as girls have to attend school in trousers, even if it is very hot outside. So that's why you don't like it, because it's hot. Other schools don't have it and it's hot. So there's two reasons why you don't like it. Okay, what about others? How does your friends feel about it? Do they also feel it's unfair?
Some of my classmates and friends also feel unfair and uncomfortable with this rule.
We as girls have to attend school in trousers, even if it is very hot outside. During summer, We are very hot in our trousers and tend to feel uncomfortable. Now you're going to say whether you follow this rule. On top of it, if you do not follow this rule, you will sit detention, yes?
Yes.
Okay, for when, how does it detention work? Is it 1 full day? Is it 5 hours? What do you need to do in detention and how long is it?
Student who got detention you always have to stay about 30 more minutes after school to like cleaning up the playground and also assigned by the teachers a lot of like essay to write.
So it's only 30 minutes after the other kids?
30 minutes to clean up the playground
Okay.
and
Now I just want to know how long. Okay, yeah. On top of it, if you do not follow this rule, you will sit detention, or no, not sit. You will get detention for about 30 minutes.
And the teacher will also give that student some extra essay to do at home.
Okay. Just on top of, if you do not follow this rule, you will get detention for about 30 minutes. As a result of this rule, my parents, you can say, my parents really got me new. My parents really gets me new shorts. As a result of this rule, my parents really gets me new shorts. In addition, is there students in the other schools that annoy you or laugh at you or mock you about that, like tease you? Are there kids from other schools that like laugh at you, or is that not a case?
Actually, I think the other student at other school in my city is like feeling abnormal, that there's nothing changed, but the only things that I feel uncomfortable with this rule because unlike you said in the photograph that my parent also brought me some new shot which I want to show my friend but I cannot.
On top of it, if you do not follow this rule, you will get detention for about 30 minutes. As a result of this rule, my parents really gets me new shorts. If you do not follow this rule, you will get detention for about 50 minutes. As a result of this, my parents really get me new shorts. Okay, and then you can end off with a conclusion. overall, like most other students, I am not happy at all with this rule at my school. Well, every school enacts hundreds of rules to discipline the children, and my school is. Let's talk in present tense. My school is not. The most rules are defined to benefit us in some way, yet I find one rule extremely unfair, and that is that girls are not allowed to wear shorts nor dresses during the summertime. The fact is that in almost every school in my city, girls are allowed to wear shorts or dresses during summertime, but it is not the case of my school. We as girls have to attend school in trousers, even if it's very hot outside. During summer, we are very hot in our trousers and tend to feel uncomfortable. On top of it, if we do not follow this rule, you will get detention for about 50 minutes. As a result of this, my parents really get me new shorts. Overall, like most other students, I'm not happy. Okay, I think that's quite good. All right, there's a little bit of introduction for you, what it is, why you don't like it, and how the others feel, whether you have to follow this rule, and some conclusion. Okay, Thao, you can read it for us.
Well, every school enact hundreds of rules to discipline the students and my discipline the students, and my school is not exception. Those most rules are benefits are defined benefits us in some way, yet I find one rule extremely unfair, and that girls are not allowed to wear shorts nor dresses during the summertime. The fact that in almost every school in my city, girls are allowed to wear shorts or dresses during the summers, but it is not in the case of my school. We as girls have to attend school in trousers, even if it is very hot outside. During summer, we are very hot in our trousers and tend to feel uncomfortable. On top of it, if you do not follow this rule, you will get detention for about 30 minutes. As a result of this rule, my parents rarely got me new shorts. Overall, like most of other students, I am not happy at all with this rule at my school.
Okay, Kai, what's your rule that you don't like?
I don't like the rule that students have to wear a red scarf.
They must wear a red scarf. All the children?
Yes.
Okay, so do your introduction, what it is, why you don't like it, whether you have to follow it, and your conclusion.
Well, every school enacts hundreds of rules to discipline the students, and my school is not an exception. Though most rules are defined to benefits us in some way, yet I find one rule extremely unfair, and that is that every student have to wear red scarf. Uh, the fact is that in uh, in every school in my city, no, in my country, students have to wear red scarf. I think is comfortable because it not it sometimes it sometimes make me not not concentrate to study.
Okay, wait, that sentence is not right. You have to speak.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
the red scarf makes me uncomfortable and hot, which results in me not concentrating well. Okay.
Yes. And during summer, still we are very hot and it very hot in our red scarf and tend to feel comfortable. On top of it, if you do not follow this rule, you have to stay at home, and
As a result of this rule, you will then
yes.
lose academic time.
Yes.
So the red scarf makes me feel uncomfortable and hot, which results in me not concentrating well. We all feel that it should be a seasonal rule, such as during the winter months. On top of it, if you don't follow this rule, you need to stay at home. As a result of this rule, as a result of not following this rule, you will then miss academic time. Why do you need to wear a red scarf? Is it part of your uniform?
Yes.
And what is the purpose of the scarf? Is it a formality? Is it to look formal? Yes.
We have to wear because
Yeah.
the red scarf is make students remember about Uncle Home.
I have an opinion that I think that the red scarf, every single school in my country have to wear red scarf. I think it's a traditional style, so you can say that you don't like that rule.
It's a tradition, and it reminds you of uncle or the person. The tradition reminds you of. Okay. So okay, so Khan, you have lots of ideas, but you don't say it correctly. Your grammar and your word order is very wrong, but your ideas are good. So I want you to say it again and try and concentrate on your grammar, on your sentence structure, on the order of your sentence. Something can't make you. It doesn't make you remind you of somebody. It reminds you of somebody. It lets you feel uncomfortable. So don't use the word make that often because you don't use it as much, okay? So let's say it one more time. I've gave you some ideas in blue. Well, every school enacts or have hundreds of rules to discipline the students, and my school is not an exception. Though most rules are defined to benefit way. Yet I find one rule extremely, now yours won't be unfair, yours will be uncomfortable. Okay, So you won't use the word unfair. You will say uncomfortable. And that is that all students must wear a red scarf, which is part of their uniform during summer and winter months. Then you will say, in fact, the fact is that in almost every school in my city, everyone needs to wear the red scarf, even during the summer months. But the red scarf makes me feel uncomfortable and hot, which results in me not concentrate, and hot, which results in me not concentrating well. We all feel that it should be a seasonal rule, such as only during winter months. On top of it, if you don't follow the rule, you have to stay home. As a result of this consequence, not rule, consequence, you will then miss academic time. As a result of the consequence, overall, like most other students, we or I am not happy with this rule at my school or in my city or my town. Okay, so let's see if you can try. Khan?
Well, every school enacts hundreds of rules to discipline the students, and my school is
Discipline.
discipline.
Do you understand the word discipline? Do you know what it is?
Yes.
You know, okay. Okay, carry on.
The students and my school is not an exception. Though most rules are defined to benefit us in some way, yet I find one rule extremely unfair.
No, your rule is not unfair. Your rule is not unfair. Unfair is Thal's rule because boys can wear that and girls can't. Your rule is uncomfortable.
Extremely uncomfortable, and that is that all students have to wear red scarf.
Okay, so unfair, you won't say unfair, you will say uncomfortable. That is your rule, okay? Uncomfortable, not unfair. So yours will be uncomfortable, Thal's will be unfair. Okay, carry on. Why don't I like it? The fact is
the red scarf makes me uncomfortable and hot, which results in me not concentrating well. We all feel that it should be a seasonal rule, such as during the winter months. On top of it, if you do not follow this rule, you will have to stay at home, and as a result of this rule, you will then
as a result of this consequence. Yours will be a consequence. As a
result of its consequence, you will then miss academic time. Overall, like most other students, I'm not happy at all with this rule at my school.
Okay, so yours won't be a rule. Thal's is a rule. Yours is a consequence as a result of this consequence. Okay, that's much better. Well done. So now I'm going to time you. We're going to speak like a real exam. Your exam must be, you can't go over 2 minutes. Okay, it's 1 minute. So you need to say everything in 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, not less than 1 minute, and you can't go over 2 minutes. So we're going to practice. If you speak too much, you have to say less. Okay, don't speak too fast. Don't be because you only have 2 minutes now, you're going to speak fast. Don't speak too fast. So we're going to start with Thal. We're going to time Thal first, and then we're going to time Khan. Thal, do you want to practice a little bit first, or are you ready?
Practice first.
Okay, I'm going to give you both 1 minute to practice or 2 minutes to practice, and then you're going to say it to me, okay? So I'm giving you 1.5 minutes to practice quickly, and then you're going to say it to me. Go. Okay. Now you can start for us.
Well,
Okay, go.
Every school enact 100 rules to discipline students, and my school is not an exception. Those most of the rules the, are defined to benefit us in different ways. Yet I find one that's extremely unfair. That is that girls are not allowed to wear shorts or dresses during summer times. The fact is that almost every school in my city, girls can wear shorts and dresses, but it is not the case of my school. We are girls have to wear trousers, attending at school wearing trousers, and the reason why I don't like this rule because in the summer we are very hot in our trousers and tend to feel uncomfortable. On the top of it, if you do not follow this rule, then you will get detention for about 30 minutes. As a result, my parents rarely get me new pair of shorts. Overall, like almost other students, I don't like this rule at all. I don't like this rule at all as my school.
Good. 1 minute 30. So that's perfect.